there's been cases where it's like I'll talk to someone for like 2 or 3 weeks about something. I'll have it set up that way, like it'll be ready to go, and then they'll be like, on the day they'll be like, "Hey, can we shoot from this angle?" No, no, you can't because we just talked about this angle, and I built it off of this angle.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's why,
Like
like,
it's
working on the Power of Positive Murder, that was the most professional set I've worked on so far. And like I said, we've been doing this since
agreed, same.
2018. And what I, even though like there were some hiccups with special effects, and I mean the whole production, there's always going to be hiccups. But what I liked is that you guys were like doing video tests and stuff ahead of time, and just really trying to make sure all this is going to work when we go to do it on camera.
Yeah, like for that, there, like you said, there were hiccups, and in our area there was plenty. Some totally on me, others, ether of the universe of how it goes. But yeah, a lot of stuff changed and a lot of stuff got put in, a lot of stuff got taken out, but you just kind of adapt from that. And at that certain point, that doing like test footage, that was important because like I did something and it just kept failing over and over and over. It was very discouraging. Uh, so yeah, when we got to the footage testing it, it's like, okay, boom, we did it once. There it is. Boom, we did it twice. There it is. Boom, three times in a row. We got it on film. It works. It's ready for set. So we're good. We're confident. We're feeling good. No more, bullshit. No more letdowns. Whatever. Get to the set. Just rig it all up. Everyone's ready. Three, two, one. What's it do? It fucking fails. It fucking fails.
Man, that's got to be deflating.
It is, especially like you said, that's the most professional set you've been on. Same here. I think it's the biggest crew I've been a pleasure of being a part of.
Same.
Like, there's a lot of people there. Like that was a camp and a half. You know what I mean? And it was cool of Lloyd and Ben bringing us in, letting us do that stuff. Uh, Definitely an eye opener and an experience. Um,
Yeah, man.
but
Like
yeah, it's like,
Vampire
but the
Santa, or sorry, I was gonna say Vampire Santa or the Right Family. Like, by no means were those small sets. Like, there was a lot of cast, a lot of crew. But this just kind of like you put those two cast and crew together, and this one still just kind of like just topples over it.
yeah, yeah, 100%. And like even just like the set locations, stuff like that, being able to have our hands in places like that, we wouldn't see it otherwise. Bright Family, we had a cool little location for that too, like a whole summer camp. That's it's kind of badass, you know. But
Yeah, that's
Power of
true too.
Positive Murder, we had a mansion.
Well, disclaimer for the listeners: we had a van.
Yeah, we had a van, but we got to go in the mansion, so it counts.
Oh yeah, I know like it was at times it was like a struggle being there. We were only there for what, like 3 weeks of the whole 3 months that everyone else was there.
Yeah, we got there late.
But I mean, even that, it just, even though there were times of like, oh man, there's nothing to eat. I ate like 3 cans of cold spam, just like a caveman. I just popped it open and ate it. I've never done that in my life, and I might do it again because it was pretty good. But I'll say that overall experience was just like, when it was done, like those last few days of filming just felt so like fulfilling, and everyone just felt like I don't know, I just felt connected to everyone those last few days.
Oh yeah, like I've heard it before with like trauma sets and stuff like that and people, but like it's a gathering of more or less outcasts. The weirdos, the fun people, the alternative folk. They get together and they're having a great time making movies. Like, yeah, they're rowdy and rambunctious, but it's fun, And it's there's no judgment. And like even when things like fucked up, like I was really hard on myself when something went wrong, and I, so many people were like, "Dude, it looks badass, dude. This works. Like, don't stress yourself. We could do this again." Like it's everyone's reassuring and supporting themselves. They're not breaking anybody down, nothing like that. It's keeping everyone on their feet so we can make some cool fucking movies. And that's
Yeah,
what I really liked about that experience. Even if things did not go as smooth as I wanted to, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. Like that was a great experience for me, and I'm so glad to be I mean, I'm not full. I wouldn't say like we're fully blown in, but like I feel like I'm part of the Troma family a little bit. I helped contribute something to it, and I still see folks that I worked on to this day. I still keep in contact, like Frankie Bones, and I see him more regularly than anybody else. But I still talk to Ben Johnson and uh, see Lloyd and stuff like that on social media, stuff like that. So yeah, like definitely a good experience. No complaints.
Yeah, I think it's just when you're working with, well, I mean, it can differ. So just, I think any creative person or anyone that's doing any kind of art, like we're insecure to an extent, always.
Yeah,
But I think it's great when you can like work with people who are secure enough to like tell you that your shit is good, like you're doing a good job and kind of
exactly.
because they know what it's like too, and I
Right, exactly.
I do remember one fun story if I can tell it. Uh and I didn't mean anything by this, but I was on that film I was working on the with the camera crew. I was the second AC. So I was inside the mansion all day while Gary was slaving away building special effects. I remember he was having one bad day. I don't know if you remember this conversation, but we would text throughout the day and get kind of we would just kind of update each other on like what this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, you know. And I remember one day like you were having a bad day, but I was really excited because Lloyd offered me a monster from his private stash, and I told you, and you were like, "Good for fucking you."
I remember that.
But I think that day is the day where we both like started to really have fun on set.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that
And I remember you saying too, it's like during the finale of one of the scenes, like not gonna say nothing, but you said like, I have never seen you smile like this before. Like you look the happiest you've ever been in your life. And I was running around having a good time. It's not often I get to do that kind of shit.
no man, when we wrapped that day, I don't think that was the last day of shooting. I think we had one day after that. When we wrapped that day, like that whole day just felt like it was in slow motion. And again, I'm not going to say too much because the movie's not out yet, but just it was so like I felt in slow motion. The blood was flying everywhere. It was just I don't know. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Other than when I can't even say making my own movies is fun all the time because it's stressful, but I'll say other than working on like my own stuff, like my own produced stuff, like that's the funnest day I've had working on a set.
Oh, for sure. 100%. Yeah, because like there's been like smaller projects I've worked on where like say like a blood gag, whatever goes great. The lead up to that was like, this is bullshit. I hate this. Like I haven't slept in 3 days. This room is cramped. You wanted something 20 minutes ago that I told you takes an hour. Like, ugh. Just let me pull this plunger and get this shit over with so I can leave. But with that said, no, like even like I said, even if things didn't go right or it was a bad day, it was still a good day. I've always said that a bad day on set is better than any good day at a 9 to 5. And I know because I got one of those fucking things too.
100%, 100%. I just that said though, the last thing I'll say about it is that like there could be a movie about making that movie.
I do believe there's going to be, sir.
Good. I hope they keep everything in, like the bad, the good, the ugly.
Oh, if it's anything like the Poltergeist one, uh, in the words of Frankie Bones, we might have topped how fucking rough that went. Did you ever check out the Poltergeist one when they kept putting it on the call sheet?
No, I didn't.
I don't know if the link's still available. I think I still have the call sheets. If it still works, I'll send it to you.
See, that was
Uh,
that was an issue I had on that set the whole time because originally, remember, I was there just to take you, and I was going to help with special effects, and then I got onto the camera crew as the second AC. Well, I was never on the call sheets, so I was like relying on you, and that was even sketchy. So I remember I was just wake up really early. I'd go down to the little diner every morning, do what I had to
yep.
do there. Great little diner. I can't remember the name of it. I wish I could shout it out right now. Do you remember the name? It was
Oh
the Hungry
shoot.
Goat. It was the Hungry
The
Goat.
Hunger Go. Yes, 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 yes.
So if you're ever in Glen Spey, New York, go check out the Hungry Goat. Amazing,
Absolutely.
amazing food, great people, very community driven. But I go down the Hungry Goat every morning, do what I had to do, and I would just like kind of pace around waiting to see like Lucas or York or somebody else from the camera crew, and then I would just go do that. And what actually helped was when we had to start doing the COVID testing, because then everybody had to wait together to do that. So then I always knew
Yeah, we
like,
were on the
okay,
same
I'm
spot
on
for
time.
once.
Yeah, yeah. But before that, it was hell trying to know when my call time was.
Yeah. Oh, see, and that's one thing too, like with the COVID tests, as they were going, like the first couple days or whatever, it's fine, it's whatever. I've done the COVID test before, you do the cotton swab, all fun, all stuff.
Yeah.
But then as we got more into like working, like more blood and paints and stuff like that, as I was doing the cotton swab, more stuff was coming out of my nose. It's like the cotton swab was like red at a certain point. I was like, that's not me, I swear, that's just fake blood.
Is it just like from
But I
like
felt,
breathing in this stuff while you're working or rubbing your nose or?
yeah, or just splashback or something,
Ah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it gets in there. Uh, it was Cass doing the COVID test, I believe. I was like, oh yeah, there's a juicy one for you, a little something on it. Ben did it a few times too, same thing. I just like, ah, there it is.